That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. To this camera, I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
Teach me something.
You can get the sexy eyes, then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up. I gotta try this with you.
And when it's time to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang.
guns.
Rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Yeah, we be going wild. Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, positive, prosperous Monday. You know what I'm saying? We have got to go into the news today. We got a very short one for you guys today because honestly, I got things to do this morning, and it's a very busy morning for me, to be really honest. But I had to jump on really quick because there has been some developing news in regards to the Gabby Petito situation. There's some more information that I'm seeing right now live as we speak, so we will be looking at those things as well. There's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot going on. But before we jump into all that, I got my brother David in the house. How you doing, my brother?
Hey man, pretty good. Hope everyone in chat's doing good. Quite a bit to talk about here. I already do have an article for the new update, so we will be getting into that soon.
Yes, there's some crazy stuff going on with the Gabby Petito situation. There's a live stream right now going on as we speak as well, so we got to look at that as well. Apparently, cops are out there outside of Brian Laundrie's house. There has been a crime scene tape wrapped around as well. Hopefully this feed that I found is good enough and will get the job done. Fingers crossed. So we will be looking into that as well. But like I said, there's a lot going on. All right. There's a whole lot of crazy going on. All right. And so, before we jump into everything, I have to say this because, I feel like I have to before we jump into all the stuff that we're going into right now. Shout out to all the mods. All right. I'm going to cut this music because I want you guys to hear this from me with all the sincerity in my heart. I love every single last one of all y'all mods. You guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. We all have to respect each other in the chat, period. And I say that to everybody in the chat. Let's respect each other, be dope, be amazing. And because I know that our mods do a lot of heavy lifting. So I have to say that one more time. Shout out to all my mods. I love all you guys. I really do appreciate all you guys for the effort and time that you put into this show. I appreciate your passion. It is not looked over. I'll just say that. Okay. So all y'all, please keep doing what you're doing. Keep being dope. And everybody in the chat, let's continue giving each other the utmost amount of respect that we all rightfully deserve. Okay. Moving on. Though, I have to say this. Of course, I got to do this because this is how it is. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Of course, don't forget to hit that join button if you want to help support this show. We've been working hard out here in these streets to give you guys your stories, your controversies, and your pop culture stuff for the day, week, or month, whenever you're watching this show right here. So before we jump into it, of course, we got to talk about Gabby Petito. Obviously, there's some stuff that's going on with the stuff in Del Rio, Texas, with Haitian migrants that are now going to be sent back to Haiti, which we are going to be talking about in great detail. But before we jump into all that stuff, we got to get into the situation with Gabby Petito. As we know right now, Gabby Petito's body has allegedly been found. I'm going to say that again. Allegedly has been found. They have not confirmed whether or not this is the actual body of Gabby Petito, but they said that there are a lot of things that are the descriptions. The description matches closely to the body they have found in Teton. Now, obviously, some of you guys out here are some amazing social media sleuths, digital detectives, and you guys have been able to find some really, really dope things, really been able to find some information out there that I think a lot of people would have looked over if you guys weren't so damn observant. Okay. So shout out to everybody. And shout out to like people who are vlogging all the time. Cause obviously we do have a lot of vloggers that are out there that are traveling, that have found footage out here capturing the van, allegedly capturing the van and all that. And honestly, this is just insane how quickly this has unfolded, how strangely it has unfolded as well. So shout out to all you guys that are out here vlogging, capturing video, and have been able to come out and show the footage and show proof that you've seen the van and whatnot. So real quick, I wanted to say that. And of course, we did cover last Saturday, just a couple days ago, the video of Brian Laundrie is out on a lam. Yeah, I know I use the old school term, but dude is on foot somewhere. He ran off. He drove his Mustang out to a place that he likes to hike a lot and left a note. The question is, what did the note say on the Mustang? the parents left the car out there, assuming that he was going to come back, and he never did. So they took the car back. Then they let the cops go through the entire house, and then come out empty-handed, saying, "Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you, he left Tuesday. He hasn't been back since Tuesday." Seems a little fishy to me. Now, of course, we have been talking about this for a good minute, but I'm just giving you a little bit of a synopsis of what's been going down. Now, right now, there is a live feed, so this is something that is a little bit of a left turn, but we're going to be pulling this up. Hopefully, this thing works. But from my understanding, the cops have swarmed the house, Brian Laundrie's house now, because from my understanding, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie lived there for a straight year before they went on their trip, before they took off and did their cross-country excursion in their modified van. But now we're seeing that the cops are swarming the house, and we need to look at this really quick. This is live. So hopefully it'll work. Hopefully this link didn't die on us. So let's take a look at this, shall we? Hopefully it will work. Oh, we just lost. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
How do I get this bigger? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, nothing so far. It looks like
I got a minute and a half clip I'll send you. It's from some of the live.
Okay. Looks like
sent it
there's
over
somebody
private.
who's about to report here too. So hold on. Like I said, this is very impromptu, guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
But here we go. But send that one to me too, David.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna pull that up here in a second. Let's see if this reporter actually says anything
Okay, sounds good.
or not.
And I guess just some other updates. So the two the two people that were killed in Moab, the police have confirmed it's unconnected.
You're in an interview with Cole.
Okay.
One of the close friends of Gabby actually said that there was issues of jealousy and abuse developing in the relationship for a while, and that could have been leading up to this. Now, this one is interesting because some people did allegedly spot the vehicle entering the woods on the 22nd, and on the what day? Let me get the date again. On the 29th, a woman and her husband informed the news that they had picked laundry up on the 29th as a hitchhiker, took him to a parking lot,
Yes.
and then they said he disappeared about 10 minutes after that.
Now, are you talking about the TikToker by the name of Miranda?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we covered that. And the thing is that now even the mother of Gabby Petito is saying that she's lying. It's all obviously this is all speculation, right? No one really knows who said like what is right and what, like, we don't know because it doesn't make any sense. The timeline does not make any bloody sense. For a lot of us, we're still trying to figure out what the heck is going on in regards to that. But let me pull up this video so we can take a look at this for ourselves. And this is breaking. This is literally, if I'm correct, let me see. Yep.
That video finished
FBI
recording 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it literally was just a few minutes ago. Gabby Petito's case, FBI agents swarm Brian Laundrie's home in Florida. So let's see what's going on with this particular clip right here. Wow. What is this?
And just to clarify, this is the FBI. It's not just police.
This is FBI, y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy, son.
It's kind of weird because they already know he's not there.
Allegedly, unless he's been
Oh, yeah.
hiding in the attic or something like that. You never know.
Hiding in the walls.
Weirder things have
Yeah.
happened. So there was no report on there. Okay.
Well, from what I can tell, they haven't released what information they found inside yet. So they might be end up waiting on that. They did just begin they're supposed to have begun the search for Laundry again in the park in Florida. However, he's probably not there, in my opinion, because yesterday they had drones looking for him, but they also had bloodhounds that were given his scent specifically to look for him, and they didn't find any trace either, which kind of suggests either he's a master at hiding from police, or more likely he went somewhere else, or he might have even fled the country.
This is
it's possible.
Like I said, this is insane. I'm just gonna keep saying that over and over and over again because I still don't I'm still trying to grasp and wrap my mind around this whole situation. This is just, to me, crazy. The fact that okay, this is the other part I want to say. Okay, shouldn't this happen? Shouldn't this have happened already? Shouldn't they have already gone in and just arrested? You know what I'm saying? Or at least brought in the family, the parents in for questioning a long ass time ago. Why? It's fine that they're doing it now. I'm glad that they're doing it now, but I'm just saying, why the delay? I'm sure that they were trying. I'm sure everybody can answer like, oh, they gotta, get warrants and all that stuff, and that's fine. But there's something so strange about this story as things continue to unfold. It's just getting weirder and weirder, and it just seems like they waited. FBI, cops, whatever, have been basically been what's the word? They've just been dragging their feet on this situation. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it just seems so strange to me. Okay.
And just got another update. So the police are not going to be searching the Carlton Park again today because they kind of, like I said, have assumed that he's not there based on the bloodhound results. They just announced that a little bit ago because they were supposed to start searching for him again today, but it looks like they canceled that search in Florida because, like I said, the evidence from yesterday suggests that he's not in the park whatsoever.
Yeah, so, like I said, something's not right. Something clearly is not right, in my personal opinion. Some ish has gone down. Now there have been speculations. There's been theories that have been hopping around like crazy. Some people think that he had something to do with her passing. Obviously, they also said the couple that were killed on the 17th. Like I said, there's so many conspiracy theories that are floating around. We don't know what's true. We don't know what's not true. But like I said, I think he's gone. I don't think he's here in this country anymore. I think he's long gone, and they're trying to make it seem like he's, that they're doing everything they can to figure it all out, and the parents are doing this, that, and the third. No, I think the parents helped him leave. I think the parents helped him, skip the country. Hold on, we gotta let's do this real quick because I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, this. Now, here's the thing. This is not like I said, they found a body. It is not confirmed as far as autopsies and all that. They have not yet confirmed that she is gone. But I do have something else that I do want to show you here really quick. But let's look at this video first.
The FBI says a body found in Grand Teton National Park is apparently missing 22-year-old Gabby Petito.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby. The cause of death has not been determined at this time.
Petito was on a van trip out west with her fiance, Brian Laundry, when she disappeared earlier this month. Laundry returned home to Florida without her, and now police are searching for him in a large wildlife reserve near Florida's Gulf Coast. Named a person of interest in Petito's disappearance.
We're hopeful that he's, out here. Certainly we prepare for all different possibilities, but our goal is to locate him and bring him back to Northport.
I would like to extend sincere and heartfelt condolences to Gabby's family.
See, now here's the thing. They're sending their condolences, but the body has been found and they have not confirmed it yet. Hold on. Let's continue. This is the only issue I have with this. This is the only issue I have with this whole situation is that this part.
FBI says the family of Gabby Petito has been notified about the discovery of the body that matches Gabby's description. Tom Hanson, CBS News.
Now, here's the thing. That's my gripe. My whole gripe is they have not yet confirmed it yet. They found a body that matches the description, but they have not confirmed it yet. No offense. If I was the parents, I'd be like, I want to make sure that it's true. I want to make sure that it's real before I start getting upset. I'm gonna make sure I'll be on at the edge of my seat, right? I'll be feeling like I'm on pins and needles type of thing, but on some real ish, I want to hear from them that it is confirmed without a shadow of a doubt that this is her body. But everybody, their mama, is out here sitting there saying, oh no, it's her body. We don't know that yet. They have yet to confirm it. They said it's close. It matches closely. Now, I'm sure it is the body, but at the same time, let them do their job and confirm it first. Here it is, though, real quick, David, real quick. Or actually, you know what? Say what you need to say. I want to pull this thing up really quick. Go ahead.
Yeah. So one of the local Fox News agencies where they took her body has confirmed with the coroner that the autopsy would be done soon. The body was brought in or given over to the autopsy and the person performing the autopsy today. They didn't give an exact date, but they expect that the autopsy will happen over the next few days. And either way, the results should be in by the end of the week. That's assuming no problems come up because we don't know what condition the body's in or anything right now. So, can't really say.
Yeah. Now, oh, whoops. Well, this is an update from the FBI. Okay, so they say that in coordination with the National Park Services, U.S. Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department, we have been conducting investigative activity in the vicinity of Spread Creek, dispersed camping area in the Bridger Teton National Forest. Today, the search revealed human remains consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not yet been completed, and we do not yet know the cause of death. We appreciate your patience as we work through this process. Now, the thing is of course, like I said, they have not fully confirmed that this is her body. Okay. Now, there's another one that I want to pull up really quick. And this is, like I said, whoops, sorry. Where is that? Dagnabbit. Where did it go? Shoot. But then I'm going to have to pull it up on Twitter, I think, again. But then there's another one from, I think, the lawyer. And the lawyer's sitting there saying, hey, guys, please give the family some time to grieve. Give them some time. Give them space so that they can grieve. Yet the body has not been confirmed. The identity of the body has not been confirmed. So my thing is, like I said, I just don't get it that you would automatically say, oh, please let them have time. Now, everyone else is confirming it without actually having forensics and, autopsies and all that stuff. For them to actually confirm the identity of the body, like I said, if I was the parent, I'd wait. I'd step back and wait. Hold on. I got this thing. Had it and then it disappeared. So now I got to look for it. But anyway, David, what are your thoughts on this? I need to find this statement that was put out.
So both the FBI and the coroner guy said it looks like it's her, which doesn't necessarily mean it's her, though it most likely is, of course. Though, there are several other people in the Tetons missing right now. I think one of them's a guy, and there's another person missing as well. It's a pretty big park. So there are others missing there. However, the police say or if the FBI says it looks like her, there's a good chance it is her because there's no other small woman missing right now, at least from the records I saw in terms of missing people in the Tetons and in the La Salles, which is the mountains just adjacent. But I haven't been able to confirm this, but I have read other people say that her father, Gabby's father, was in the area and possibly performed an identification. But that might not be true because I haven't been able to find an independent source verifying that yet.
Yes, and that's a very good possibility as well. But here's the thing. This came from their lawyer, all right? This is a statement from the lawyer. This is what I was looking for. Thank you so much for filibustering for me. So here it is. It says right here, September 19th, 2021. This is yesterday. This is a statement from their lawyer, from the law office of Richard B. Stafford. Sorry. He says, I'm making a personal request to the members of the press and news media to refrain from contacting the Schmidt and Petito family. Due to today's developments, we are asking the press and news media to have some decorum and sensitivity for Gabby's family and allow them to grieve. Let me say this again. Body has not been confirmed. Identity of the body, has not been confirmed. Yet the lawyer's coming out here and saying, please give them time to grieve. Let me continue. I will be in contact with you when Gabby's family is ready to make a public statement. I would also like to personally thank the FBI, Suffolk County Police Department, and the Northport Police Department, and especially the Grand Teton Search and Rescue Team. Your tireless work and determination helped bring Gabby home to her parents. The family and I will forever be grateful. Body identification has not been confirmed, right? So then why would he say something like this? Unless what David just said is actually true. That he was there, the father or the stepfather, I think it was the stepfather, because that's who's been talking the most. So from what I've seen, the stepfather finds the body or sees the body and confirms that it is her. Now, I don't know how much of that is true or if that is hearsay. But why would the lawyer go out of his way to write something up like this if there wasn't already a confirmation of the identification of this body? Here's the other thing, too. It's hard not to identify her body, especially with her tattoos. She has very specific types of tattoos that are on her body. Now, if you all of a sudden see on her right forearm, let it be, or the tattoo that she has on her bicep, on her left bicep, what are you going to do? You're instantly going to say that is her. You don't need to see the face. God knows her, maybe her face isn't even recognizable. So these are the questions that I have. Clearly, to me, this is confirmation. They haven't said it publicly. Autopsy and all that stuff, forensics and all that stuff, they're still doing their job, but they have not confirmed that this is her body. Now, if the father was there, the stepfather or father, I don't know who it was, but if he was there and he identified her right then and there when they found her, then yes, her life was taken. But we all knew this, y'all. We all knew this was going to be the end result of this story. We all knew this. Let's keep it straight funky. We knew that this was going to happen. Now it's a matter of where the hell is Brian, y'all? Like, real talk. Where he be at? Where he at, y'all? That's what I'd like to know. Where'd she go? Or where he go? He just disappeared out of thin air? Nah, man. He came back a while ago. He had plenty of time to figure out his stuff before this became a story. My theory is he's not in this country anymore. He gone. And his parents are in on it. Hence the reason why FBI is pulling up to their crib right now. Crime tape wrapped around the house and everything. Don't come in. Don't go any further. This is a crime scene now. I'm just saying. Yeah, court documents. Where he be at? Real talk. Where he be? That's what I want to know. Now, let me do one last search here real quick, and then we can move on. But like I said, this piece does not make any sense. WFLA. Hold up.
I used to pay $100.
Hold up. WFLA has been on this ish like a mother lover. So let's see what they got to say right quick. Because this is some fascinating stuff. Like I said, this is some crazy true crime kind of stuff that's been going down that I'm still like I said, this whole story is unfolding like crazy. And it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. But we're trying to keep tabs on this, making sure that this all is coming together. Or see if we can glue this together in some sort of way. But like I said, crime scene tape you see right here. Crime scene tape around Brian Laundrie's home. Now that's some serious ish. Let's move this back just a tad. See what they say here. All right.
As we wait for this video here to go through all the highlights of the video of this morning, and I was rushing in here to get here live with our audience here. We're scrubbing through this, and I'm seeing this for the first time.
Me too.
Walt is seeing this for the first time. Welcome to 2021 as far as the way that we present news to you. So this is raw video from moments ago here outside of the Laundrie household. What you're seeing is what we're seeing here for the first time. So looking here again at that same FBI agent, continuing to scrub through here. Okay, back here now outside of the house. What appears to be a law enforcement vehicle here, right on the front lawn of the house.
Now the video.
Now you have to wonder. I want to pause this here for a second, Walt. You have to wonder here. Did they come in blazing? Because they're parked right on the front lawn where we were on Friday night, and that's right outside the front door there.
You know what? When you're preserving a scene, and we're not going to call it a crime scene at this point, but when you're preserving a scene, you do not come in. You come in unannounced. And I think in a case where where you have parents of a 22-year-old who is missing, I think it makes a lot of sense to do that. And keep in mind, this is the family criticized heavily over the last week or so for not coming forward and sharing anything they knew about where Gabby was last seen. So the FBI probably has some of the same frustrations that the general public has, but of course they're trying to gather evidence, so they want to come in as a surprise, no doubt about that.
Let's also remind. Okay, so what do we have here? Some agents.
I think you're going to see the video I saw was the mom going into that vehicle that is parked on the lawn. So if we have that, that's
reminder. I have to remind folks, this is not live. Okay, I'm monitoring the live feed here on a separate screen, and we can go to the live video if anything happens. Tap at the touch screen here, and we're live. But this is from, again, a short time ago. So live content. We'll be coming back here as soon as we have something to show you. But right now, it's just the same scene.
To the point we were making earlier about the social media connection of both the people who never met Gabby, the people who know Gabby, and then of course just the followers of this story. I mean, one of the key tips came from another blogger, again a relatively modern job, Shannon Baker out of Spring Hill, saying that she on a trip, she's a travel blogger, and on a trip she remembers recognizing the 2012 white Ford van that we've seen that is now in Northport police custody. And she shared that video with both the parents of Gabby Petito and said actually in one of our stories that she had a tearful talk with Miss Petito's mom about what it meant and how she wished that that Gabby could come home alive. But she also, that video from the Spring Hill woman played a role in, we believe, helping investigators go to the exact location of the Grand Teton National Park. And we talk about the vast nature of the reserve in Venice, Florida, but 25,000 acres, Carlton Reserve. But think about the Grand Teton National Park. If the woman from Spring Hill doesn't have that video, which had the van in a particular location, we haven't found that. I don't think they've found that body yet.
And I was talking about, we have a hashtag KJB comment coming up here. We see a lot of them. Hashtag KWalt, hashtag KJB. But let me make this clear. We were talking about this on stream last night. While there's a lot of misinformation, landmines of falsified information out there, as far as the rabbit hole that is places like TikTok and Reddit, there are some really good people out there trying to do good by this story, and I want to commend those people, because there are good people out there that are helping carry this story forward. And in a day and age where there's countless, I remember talking about how the people were going through Yellowstone webcam video trying to find evidence, like people at home tapping the space bar on their computer, going frame by frame, looking for the van. I mean, people that are really helping, as far as now the FBI and I think law enforcement would say we appreciate the tips, but they get so much misinformation on their call line that it can be sometimes a distraction for them. But I just want to commend for a moment the people that are trying to do some good out there, and people that, like you've been talking about, Walt, people.
Now, you know what, I did say it earlier, but and this guy JB, the news anchor here, or the reporter, ain't wrong with what he's saying right there. I mean, without some of you guys who came in with your information, they wouldn't have been able to find that body, let alone if that is Gabby's body or not. They were still able to find that body. And there's a lot of people that are missing every single day, right? And it's crazy. Like I said, it's crazy how much time they're putting into this story, or into this case, right? Into this missing persons case, that I wish they would put the same amount of effort into other people that are missing right now. There are so many people missing. People go missing every single day, and a lot of people are just a hashtag for 2 seconds and then they disappear. There is a story of I'm forgetting his name right now because I feel terrible about it. I'm going to be pulling up his name here very, very shortly. I think his name is Jelani, and he has gone missing. A young black man, seemed like he had a lot of really great things going for himself, and he just disappeared, and no one's talking about that. There are so many other people that have gone missing. Even there are 12 different black individuals in the month of August that just up and vanished, that are still considered missing to this day. Like I said, there are so many stories out here that don't get this kind of press, this kind of attention. Now, I'm not trying to throw the race card in here. What I'm trying to say is the reason why this got pushed out into the forefront is because people got caught wind about this story and started telling this story. It started making it go viral, making it go out there on social media and all that, because nobody understood why this woman is not back in Florida with her ex-fiance, Brian Laundrie. Now, imagine if we had that same amount of energy for every single missing person that's out here right now. Maybe these people would be actually found and not just stay missing for years and years to come. I'm just trying to point that out. It's just interesting how much we're putting so much energy, like we are right now on this show. Let's keep it straight funky. We're putting the same amount of energy. But I wish they would sit there and put that same type of energy towards these other people that are missing as well, because those lives matter too. Like I said, I will be showing you guys some names here very, very shortly that are missing, that have been missing longer than Gabby Petito. And yet they still have not found them or found justice for them. It's just interesting. We put all this, like I said, energy and time. Gabby Petito, but there's plenty other people just as beautiful, just as pure of a soul, as they would say about Gabby Petito, that are not getting the attention or the investigation that they rightfully deserve. I just want to point that out. We're going to continue.
People that have been doing good with video, of course, that came out in the last 36 hours.
You know, and I think we get a lot of tips here that we have to go through, and some of them end up as stories. But I can tell you, you have to look at all of them. I'm sure law enforcement is the same way, and they know that all they need is that one tip that will get.
Live over the scene now, just arriving here in Sarasota County. So this is now a live picture here of Brian Laundrie's home here. You're going to see some intermittent signal breakups here because we're here in Tampa. Of course, this going out to Northport, Florida, a little bit a ways away here, but still part of the coverage area. So we'll still be able to maintain a very clear signal here. You'll just see it like right here. You'll be able to see some signal pauses,
some glitches,
and signal breakups there. So this is the backyard of the home here. They were just showing us the front of the house here, but there's just a shot of the entire property here. So there you see, when I said law enforcement vehicles pulled right up to the front door, I was wondering here maybe 5-10 minutes ago, did they come in blazing? Did they rush right into the scene?
There's no doubt. This is a tweet from a individual and this was 4 minutes ago.
Scrubbing through, guys.
Who also said parents were escorted out of house moments ago.
All right, so now let's see. This is new camera.
You heard that. Parents were escorted out of the house. So from my understanding, from what they said, parents were escorted out of the house and they were put into that black van that's pulled up on the lawn. I mean, like, they did come in hot. They came in hot because they mean business. They're like, F your lawn. I don't give a damn.
Feed video from earlier, and we'll see if we have any more interesting video from on the ground. So on the left side of your screen, everybody, is live from Eagle 8 HD. On the right side of your screen is video, a raw camera feed from earlier, right when we got there, right when we hit record, right when we started the feed. And we'll start to see if anything sticks out here to our audience here joining us on WFLA now.
Well, there they are in the backyard. Is that an FBI agent? It's hard to tell.
With then there's holding paper in their hand, it would appear to be okay. One more time. Left side of your screen is live. Right side of your screen is a raw camera. Live. Yes.
You know what's weird to me is I wonder why they are looking at the shed. What about the shed is so interesting to them? You see what I'm saying? Why are they looking this up? It's interesting.
That woman is, but I can't see the. Let's see. Well, they appear to be looking behind the shed,
and they're photographing behind the shed here on the left side of your screen.
The person who's not in gear seems to be taking the pictures, and now they're coming to the front of the shed. So, and they have the warrant, and I'm guessing that's the warrant. Do they have a warrant for the shed?
And I wonder if they're, just kind of going over the paperwork here to see what they have access to, what they don't have access to. And again,
nice job, Eagle 8, by the way.
Yeah, Eagle 8.
By the way, as you can see, FBI is about to get very comfortable. They got their fold-out picnic tables. They got some fold-out chairs. You see what I'm saying? They about to get comfortable. They're going to be about 20 Papa John pizzas, extra large, coming up to the front door in about 2 hours. I'm telling you, they're about to start chilling in that crib. This is a full-on crime scene now, officially.
Providing us here, and I believe, is it Paul?
But why, though?
Paul Lamison.
Yeah, Paul Lamison's up there.
Let's kind of just show you everybody, Paul Lamison, if it is Paul, and there he is, our chief photographer here, WFLA News Channel 8, does an amazing job here.
Sorry, is that his Tinder photo? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't roast. Just seemed like a little. Moving on.
And again, follow him online, folks. He's a great follow as far as covering the Tampa Bay area from the sky. Let's show you here, everybody, again, the split screen from earlier, and let's kind of scrub forward here now and see if we can find that video that we're talking about of the laundry, of Brian Laundrie's mother. And I'm scrubbing on the right side of your screen, trying to find any highlights or anything new here that we haven't seen before.
What's up with the
showing some video tours?
What's up with the shed though?
Here's some equipment being brought in. Probably this is equipment to retrieve evidence.
All right, guys, I'm going to scrub through a little bit more, see what else, if there's any more developing things in here. But this is all live. This is all still live as we speak. But so far, ooh, here we go. Let's go up in here.
About 10 minutes away from this house, searching for the home.
It's standard operating procedure.
Got a reporter.
That's exactly what I was.
Got a reporter on at the location. Let's see what happens.
Going to bring up here as far as not interfering with the execution of the search warrant.
It's not like they're suspects or anything like that. It's not like they were getting in the way of the FBI, but you want the house clean. You don't want anybody else in there. You don't want anything disturbed. And so, yes, you take everybody out of the house except law enforcement, and even law enforcement will limit how many officers will go in there.
Let's listen. Paul is coming in on radio. Let's just listen in. Okay, no, he's about to deliver. I think he's getting ready for a live report on our newscast here. Also, let's go to Ms. Christine McLarty. Listen in to her.
The Petito case. Again, we have been here about the last hour that the FBI has been swarming this house along with Northport Police. There is also a helicopter overhead. We do believe that the Laundrie parents are inside the home. Before agents came here, the dad came out to his car and got a couple of documents, went back inside before FBI came and showed up. Now, this is following a weekend-long investigation as the Laundrie parents said that they saw Brian's car at a nearby wildlife preserve. And there was a 2-day search from sunrise to sunset. The last 2 days, dozens of law enforcement agencies about 10 minutes away from this house searching for their son. And again, we're back here live where there's multiple FBI agents inside this home speaking with Brian's parents. Stay with 8 on their side for the latest. Reporting in Northport, Christine McLarty. Back to you.
That's it so far.
Big crime scene that takes up quite a bit of the neighborhood. But again, the house is here. We'll be up above it and see if we can spot anything else. But again, the couple
out there, Stevie Webb, hashtag HJB, Brian Enton said parents were taken back into the house. And so I want to give a shout out here to News Nation's Brian Enton. He reports for News Nation, of course, part of Next Star Nation here with us. He is based in Miami. He's our Florida correspondent here for News Nation. And he did just tweet out at the same second. I don't know. Stevie was really quick on it, pointing out here that parents are back in the house. So the 2 Laundrie parents back in the home at this time after again, what and I were just talking about as far as likely being removed from the equation here just temporarily as the search warrant was being executed so that it could be done unadulterated. So let's give a shout out to Brian Enton one more time. You can follow him on.
So quick, somebody just asked, Old School Patricia just asked, so he hasn't been found yet. Brian has not been found yet. No. Brian is still out on a lamb, or he's still missing. I think he's in hiding. I think he ran off. I think he's been running off. He's been gone a long ass time ago. I think he's had more than just a few days, more than just a few days of a head start. I think that he's gone. I think he's somewhere else and not here, not in America. I mean, that's what I think. If you have all this time to just go, and you have all this time to drive the car back, the story really hadn't picked up like that. He came back home early September, right? He came home with the truck or with the van. Parents didn't make she is missing. They did not file a missing persons report until around September 11th. So he came home. He had plenty of time to figure his ish out. So then he goes, gets his stuff, and he hightails it out of there. What today? What today is? Today's the 20th. All right. So he had at least a week, if anything, at least to figure his ish out and go missing, just be gone, ghost on these mother lovers. He had from September, the early September, until just a few days ago when they said he's gone missing. He had plenty of time to figure out his plan. Just saying. Now, I don't know what the parents know, if the parents know anything, or they I don't know what the parents know. But I'll say this. If they do know something, they need to talk. They need to talk quick. Because this is, like I said, this is just turning into, this is too much. Here's the other thing. What if they're not saying anything to buy him more time? I don't know. I don't know where he went. His Mustang was out there, and then we left it out there thinking that he was gonna come back and jump back in the car and take off and come back home. Nope. How did they know that his car was out there? I'm just saying, these are the questions that you have to start asking when it comes to this situation. Why was his car out there? Why did they know his car was out there? Why did they know that there was a note on the car? What was the note? What did the note say? Or did the parents, this is the question, or did the parents just take the car, drive it out there, leave it there, drive their asses back home to buy him more time? Like I said, maybe they're trying to do a Kansas City shuffle. You make everybody look right while you go left. Kansas City shuffle. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the parents are trying to hustle, trying to finesse the cops, FBI, and whatever law enforcement that are involved in this whole situation to buy their son more time. Just a thought. Just a thought. It's some crazy stuff, guys. Obviously, as the things develop, I'm going to try to do my best to give you guys the information and let you know what's going on with this whole thing. But on some real stuff, I mean, this is wild stuff. This is really, really wild. Whoops, wrong person. Lady Estrada, Laura Estrada, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She said, you don't hire an attorney and go silent if you weren't anticipating something. That's absolutely true. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I completely agree. You can't sit there and do all that ish and expect no little bit of suspicion from everybody else, from all of us. You're not allowing him to speak, or he's not willing to speak about the disappearance of this young woman. Zero. Not willing to say a damn thing. Why? That doesn't make any sense, y'all. Then they say, yeah, he drove the Mustang out there. He drove his car out there. He loves to hike. So he did that. Here, can I ask something? Can I ask something to the fam? Can I ask something to all y'all? You know I love y'all, okay? Number one, y'all the best in the world. Y'all the best family in the world. I love you guys. I love y'all, even the new ones too. I appreciate you guys coming in. All right. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, please do me that favor. Crush that like button down below. That would really mean a lot. All right. But here's the thing. Please explain this logic to me. Okay. We're going to go through this. So the car pulls up. He comes out. Sans Gabby Petito. Clearly, he has to explain something to the parents, because I'm sure the parents are sitting there going, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Where's she at, though? Right? So he says, oh, well, I'm sure at some point he said something to his parents, right? He has all that time. He has the top of September until just a few days ago. I think it was like the 17th, 18th or something like that, that he went missing, right? It was the 18th, right? Where he went missing. Okay. All that time. You don't think that the parents are going to sit there and go, hey, you don't think the parents are going, we love you, son. We don't want you to go to no jail. Whatever it takes, son. I know it was a mistake. I know. That's more than 2 weeks of trying to figure some things out.
There's plenty of time to figure some things out. More than enough time. You know what people do, how people plan things out of desperation? Some people do things in less than 5 minutes. You just got to call a friend or this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, you're on a bus or you're on a plane or you're on a train or boat to somewhere else. You're telling me the parents didn't have anything to do with this? With his disappearance? Come on, y'all. I was born during the day, but I wasn't born yesterday. Those parents have something to do with this ish. We got another $5 super chat. Mason Blue Raider. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Innocent men don't behave the way that he has. I'm just saying. You know, I couldn't agree more. Dude be guilty as hell. And the only way we're going to find out is if we hear from the horse's mouth. Now, of course, there are theories out here saying that he murdered the couple a week before they had the encounter with the police. And the reason why, okay, so we know about the couple that had died, right? That were found murdered. Their bodies were found. They are no longer with us because somebody murdered those two women. Now, that was around the 17th. Around the 17th of August. So just about a week before she went missing and a few days before she had the run-in with the Popo, where they both had the run-in with Popo. All right? There is a theory that has been going around saying that the reason why she is so frantic, the reason why she is so upset, is because he is the one who took the lives of these two women. That he just he just wanted to have a little death. He wanted to do a little muerte. That is a theory. And during the time, because apparently he took a flight back home to, I guess, put some stuff into storage or take some things out of storage. That part, it is fuzzy for me. But they say allegedly the theory is he said, okay, Gabby, I'm going to go. I'm going to fly back home and take care of some stuff with the storage and all that stuff. When I come back, hopefully you'll feel a little bit better about what I had, this heinous crime that I did. And we can keep doing our thing. This is a theory, I said. This is a theory that's floating around. So he flies back home, or he flies to Florida, does his thing, comes back to her. And of course, she's still not cool with it. Next thing you know, they're having the fight in the car. Everything goes from 0 to 1,000 really, really fast because he allegedly took those two women's lives. That's a theory, which is why you could see why she's so frantic and so flustered and bawling her eyes out when the cops pull them both over. It's like she wants to say something, but she doesn't want to say anything. Theories. Okay. Real quick, Big Stu Films. What up, man? My boy, Big Stu Films. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He said, gas money. Share this great content. Home team STL all day, man. All bloody day. Thank you. One more. Thank you for the $2 super chat from Sweet Indigo. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all for all of your support. But David, you haven't said much lately. What are your thoughts, man? I mean, these are the theories that are being floating around. I do think he's not in the country anymore. I really don't think he's here on American soil anymore. I think he's been on the run for a while. Like I said, I think the parents are trying to finesse the cops and trying to finesse 5-0 and the FBI. And there's this theory that he has a connection with taking those two women's lives, that married couple's life. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, So I'm not really sure. Moab, the police in Moab did begin an investigation into it. They are saying now that they don't think it's connected, but it's hard to be sure because they never figured out who did it. The thing is, though, they were shot and allegedly they had their pants pulled down and everything. And they were on their honeymoon. So initially they were looking into it as a hate crime, and it only kind of changed when they thought that laundry might be involved. But right now, I think they're kind of excluding that. They don't know for sure, but they're saying that they don't think it's connected anymore. So I did look into that one a little more before. So the two women who were killed were on their honeymoon at a bar, and they believe that they were followed from the bar because they kept reporting a creepy dude that was near them. But they haven't found him yet either, so we don't know. And there's also another guy on August 19th who went missing in the Tetons. It was the last time he called home to his wife and children, and that was the last time he was seen. So there's been a few missing people and murders within both the LaSalle and the Teton Mountains. So I don't necessarily think it's connected. I thought it was a possibility before, and it still is a possibility. I just don't think it's very likely.
Yes. I mean, I feel like a lot of the theories that are out here are far-fetched. I don't know about, there's only so much you can see or read from a video. Now, this man could be straight up a sociopath. And have some serious sociopathic tendencies, at least. But at the same time, I don't know about him taking the lives of those two women. I think it's a little bit of a stretch. But then it's kind of like, well, before I automatically make that full-on assumption, we have to see in which, once she is fully confirmed, that once her identity, once the body is identified and is fully confirmed, right, by by experts and by the officials and all that, by law enforcement, then it's a matter of how did she die, right? And if it ends up being a gunshot wound, then we need to talk about it. Then there's a good possibility that he had something to do with the death of those two women. That could very well be a possibility, but it has to be how she was taken, how her life was taken, right? And I think that's part of it right there. Because if it is that thing, then we got to wait. We have to see what forensics say, what the autopsy says of how she was killed. Real quick, before I throw it back over to you, David. Laura Estrada, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. She coming in. 2 issues or more being exposed: falsehoods of social media, white entitlement, and hate crimes. Yes, completely. And like I said, this is a story that is getting thrust in the forefront, not only because of, it's interesting when it comes to somebody who is fresh-faced, someone without the melanin skin. It tends to get out there a lot faster. And like I said before, I do have, for example, Jelani Day, who went missing and is still missing. But now that is finally getting some light. That is now getting some attention. And this young man is from Illinois. And like I said, he was doing some really, really great things. Very smart young man, becoming a professional and all that. And all of a sudden, he's been missing since August 24th. And yet that is now getting some traction because everyone's hashtagging Gabby Petito and then putting his name in the Twitters. They're spamming Gabby Petito's hashtag so that they can put some light, some eyeballs on that man's name. Because if they just put in hashtag Jelani Day, no one would care. No one would be talking about it. But now she's getting interviewed on the news and all that. Finally, she's getting the mother of Jelani Day finally is getting some attention. And this missing persons case is finally getting some light. But it's just interesting. Like I said, same situation, not the same situation. Obviously, he wasn't traveling cross country with a fiance or anything, but still, this is a missing person that no one cares about. And we should. And we most definitely should. David, thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, this is a big problem in the U.S. in general. By far, we lose the most children every year. 460,000 children go missing every year in the U.S. And the next closest is Britain with 110,000. So we lose about 4 times as many children. Just out of nowhere, they just disappeared than even the most populated first world countries. And a lot of it doesn't get talked about because if the story itself isn't something sensational like the Gabby one, the national news won't pick it up to talk about it.
Right.
So I mean, you still see these stories; they just stay in the local news because they aren't as profitable to pick up as a story like this. Which, as you can see, everyone got involved even before they knew what information was behind the entire incident. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. This one did. I guess because they were a social platform, they got out a little bit more. But yeah, I don't really think that you would see this for most other people. Basically, it is a combination of factors: the mystery of what exactly happened, the fact of what she looks like, and the fact that it's I mean, because of what she looks like, young and innocent, that becomes a popular story instantly, and that benefit isn't necessarily given to other people. So yeah, I mean, these missing people do need to get talked about more, but at the same time, there's just so many, it's impossible to keep track of all of them. But I mean, I do agree with you that the media only picks on the stories that they expect to get the most views. They don't necessarily pick up on the stories where people could help the most.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And I did want to say one thing real quick is that with the shooting of the 2 women, one thing I've been looking for and they haven't brought up yet is that there hasn't been any indication that Laundrie had a gun or anything of the sort. They didn't mention finding one in his car or in his house, and as far as I know, they haven't mentioned that as part of. I mean, I know they haven't mentioned it as part of the Gabby killing, but we don't know why she died yet either. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is there's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of loose ends. There's a lot of questions. We need to figure some things out. But the fact that there are so many people that end up just poof disappearing is a really scary thought. It's just scary to think about that. You're going, hey, we're doing a cross country trip, and then next thing you know, you're no longer around. It's like I said, it's terrible. Of course, we're keeping tabs on this story. I'm also keeping tabs on the Jelani Day story. I've actually reached out to the mother of Jelani Day to see if I can get a conversation with her on the show and help push her story and push his story out as much as we can. Because, like I said, not every single person that goes missing is some Instagram influencer or some type of YouTuber, right? Not every single one, as it has such a salacious true crime type of story. Some people just go missing and you just want to know why. You just want to bring them back home to safety. And so, I'm going to hopefully have her on to talk about it so we can spread the story or help spread the story beyond just local news. But anyway, we got to jump into the next story, guys, real quick. And Dave has got this story. What's crazy to me is what's going on in Del Rio, Texas. There are thousands of immigrants, majority Haitian migrants that are living under a bridge. I'm not kidding. Living under a bridge right now, trying to find refuge in America. And now America is going to be turning them back, or has been turning them back, literally putting them on planes as of yesterday and taking them back to the country that they are trying to find refuge from. David's got the story. What's a Guam, bruh?
All right. So, like you said, there are a lot of Haitians at the border in the city of Del Rio. It's not all Haitians. There's some Chileans and groups from Mexico as well. But the majority of the people at this location are Haitian refugees, in addition to the other South American refugees. So Junior Jean is one of the people that were present at the location. It's a 32-year-old man from Haiti. Said that he watched people carrying cases of water or bags of food through Knee-High River to give them supplies in this location. And for the most part, there is a huge group of up to, 2,000 at least active at that camp right now. It is a Border Patrol processing area. A lot of those people are here to try and enter legally. However, there's so many of them that the Border Patrol can't really handle them. I mean, the Border Patrol has been overwhelmed for about a year and a half now. They haven't even been able to do their jobs. They've been too busy with the detainment camps of all the incoming Latinos. So there's not really that many people watching and processing on the borders. That's part of what this problem is that there's so many people coming to this one location because there's not necessarily enough people or enough places to process everyone. And of course, a lot of these individuals from Central America and Haiti are refugees of natural disasters. Central America had a hurricane maybe earlier this year, which caused a lot of these problems. And of course, we've covered the issue with the earthquake and everything in Haiti, which caused another large amount of destruction in that region. There's also some refugees from Cuba that have been trying to bring over additional people, but most of them are refusing to go home as well because they say if they end up getting sent home, they will most likely die. It's unclear how so many people arrived at this border at once, though Haitians have been assembling in camps on the Mexican side of the border for a while, kind of seeking to get back into the country. A lot of these Haitians aren't coming straight from Haiti, though some are. A lot of these Haitians are from Central America as well, part of the hurricanes, though there are a lot of refugees from the Haiti earthquakes too. We don't really have a clear number on how it divides there. But either way, the majority of these people are Haitians, either from Central America or directly from Haiti, that are trying to get refuge, kind of get asylum in the U.S. right now because they don't really have anywhere to go. The place they were living is wrecked, and their place where they were working is wrecked. So a lot of these people, a lot of these Haitians in particular, don't have their own country to return to right now because they don't have the support in that country or the money to help all these Haitian refugees from Central America. And you may remember that about 2 months ago, Biden began deporting pretty much all the Haitian refugees we already had in the country, still here from the previous natural disasters. The Department of Homeland Security says our borders are not open and people should not make the dangerous journey. Individuals and families are subject to border restrictions, including expulsion. Irregular migration poses a significant threat to the health and welfare of border communities and to the lives of migrants themselves and should not be attempted. And this is coming from, like I said, the DHS under Biden. So there's the Haitian Bridge Alliance, which is an advocacy group run by Nicole Phillips, said that on Saturday, the U.S. government should process the migrants and allow them to apply for asylum. However, what we're seeing is that there's a large rush to expel them, like Pascal said, over plane and various other ways. And if you first saw when this happened, when it was only about like 500 Haitians and a few Chileans gathering at the border, there was already a lot of dialogue, especially from the right, coming in of like sending in the army to make sure that they don't enter. However, they do have the right to enter if they claim asylum. We just don't have anyone to process them, so people are sneaking through. Most of the border's not being watched right now, which is part of why we have such an immigration problem because, like I said, the Border Patrol is largely busy with the detainment camps of Latinos. So there's really no one there to help these groups coming from Haiti and Chile right now. Specifically on the East Coast. this will be, it's expected to continue on. Basically, they do expect that there'll be more refugees, not just from Haiti, though that's still the majority of them. They expect more to be coming, but it doesn't look like they're going to get processed. I mean, if you look at the people we sent back to Haiti, the Haitians we sent back, the Haitian government said they don't really have enough supplies to help those people, and those people weren't refugees necessarily, not all of them anyway. There a lot of them were. And now you have these other Haitians from working in other countries without any possessions, without any money, without a home country to go to, and without a government in that country to kind of support them to get back there, kind of like you would see in other countries. Because like if you're an American or a Canadian, anything like that, and you get stranded and you go to your embassy, they will get you home. But on the Haitian embassies obviously don't have the financing to do that, and they don't really have a stable government right now either. So there's not really anyone to help these people that are hiding in Del Rio. And some Americans have been sending aid, and people from Cuba and Haiti have been smuggling aid to them via boat. Though anyone on a boat from those countries is getting turned around immediately by the Coast Guard. So this is basically the situation you have, is where these Haitians and Latin Americans have nowhere to go. They don't have any government to support them, and they are most likely going to get turned around and sent back into Mexico, where they don't have any of these networks to aid them. So this is why there's kind of a debate going on right now between people wanting to send aid and help out the Haitians and help them go through the process of asylum. And then there's also the large voice calling for an actual military incursion to prevent such large groups of immigrants from entering the country right now.
This is an absolute cluster F. Or what I like to say, and I haven't used this word in a long time, this is a kerfuffle. What is so frustrating to me is that instead of trying to find solutions to the situation, they're just throwing them back. They're just like, oh, nope, go on back. We don't want nothing to do with any of this. Thank you so much for coming in and putting in all that time to come here. Yes, I get it that you're looking for refuge. You're looking for some salvation. You're trying to find a better life for you and your family. No, sorry. We're going to have to get you back on this plane and send you back to the place from whence you came from. This is ridiculous. This, in my personal opinion, is putting a stain on the Biden-Harris legacy right now. It's been like this. As soon as he got into office, David said it already, they were already sending Haitians back. Yes, I'm a little biased when it comes to this one because I'm Haitian and I love my people. But the last thing you need to do is to cut people off like this. There's got to be a better way of trying to bring these people in. I understand you can't bring everybody in. I get that. You do your due diligence. You go through the process. You do what you need to do so that people who are looking for refuge, trying to find salvation here, because Haiti is messed up. I mean, newsflash, Haiti's messed up. Did you guys know that? I'm sorry, for as long as I've been on this planet, Haiti's been messed up. People come here to seek for a better life for their children, for themselves and for their children. And yet what they're doing, instead of trying to figure out something for them, they're just turning them away. They're going, oh, come here. Get back on the plane. Yeah, it's a big cargo plane. Yeah. Here's a bottle of water. We're sending your asses right back to Haiti. Why? What is this? Why is this happening? And I understand, as far as Mexicans trying to, come in, migrate into the country as well. Yes. I get it. It's not the best way to do things. But at the same time, this is the only way they believe that they can do it so that they can find a better life. But it's interesting. They're taking them into the homes or hotel rooms and stuff like that, and bringing them in, giving them shelter for the most part, at least At least there's a real roof over their head. Yes, they're in there wrapped up in aluminum foil type sheets and stuff like that, and it's terrible. That's terrible. All right, that's terrible. But you people who are trying to find salvation, that are seeking help, that are looking for help here, and you're just throwing them on a plane and saying bye. You're throwing them on a plane and saying bye, Dan. This is ridiculous. I believe that there is a better way. You have people living under an overpass of a damn highway and washing themselves in a river. Probably drinking out of that water as well. They're even saying that they have no food. There is no food, no water. Someone in that article named by Charlie Jean said, I am willing to basically starve myself as long as my children have food. And my children do not have any food right here. And the Biden administration's best option, this is what they think in their head, their best option is to throw these men, women, and children onto a plane and chuck them back over to Haiti. Back into chaos. Instead of trying to find a solution to the problem, they're just tossing it away and looking the other way. But this is the problem. This is the problem with this country and Haiti. This is exactly the problem with Haiti, with this country and Haiti. They don't give two damns about Haiti. Never have, never will. Every single time somebody tries to find some sort of refuge, some sort of help from Haiti, they go, come on in. Yeah, no problem. And then they steal. Or they do the exact opposite of what they said they were going to do. My Haitian people deserve better. Look at this. Look at this footage. You're kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. They're living worse here than they were in Haiti right now. Under a damn highway. And the best we can do, the best that this country can do, is throw them into a plane and throw them back. This makes me very, very emotional because human beings need to be treated better than this. My Haitian people should not be treated like this. Period. No people, no human being should be treated like this. And yet this is being allowed. I've said my piece. David?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like some people in chat were saying, some groups do get aid from the government when they come in, but it's not really funneling down to the Haitians. As far as I know, FEMA is still active at the border, and by border I mean basically, you know, the Texas wall with Mexico. It's where a lot of FEMA is right now because the Border Patrol can't do that. So they're helping people with water and food that are trying to make the treks across the deserts in the south of the U.S. But there's no one here. No one's sending aid here. The only things I've read about aid were people just sending them on boats themselves, like individual persons are sending aid. No group is sending aid though. And FEMA's not there as far as I can tell. I did try to find any information about FEMA there, and it doesn't seem like they're there.
But it ain't gonna be. FEMA don't give a damn about no Haitians. Red Cross don't give a damn about no Haitians. They've proven that time and time again. Anytime something goes down, the earthquake happened. Okay? What happened? Nothing. We didn't hear anything about some huge movement from Red Cross or FEMA doing everything they can to help the Haitian people. We didn't hear anything about that ish. Nothing. The other artists and other people had to band together and start their own fundraisers so that they can raise enough money for people so that they can even have a bowl of rice out there. I didn't hear about no damn FEMA. I didn't hear anything about no damn freaking Red Cross. Because you know for a fact they ain't going to do a damn thing. So I'm not surprised when I see something like this, when I see footage like this, where there are people underneath a highway, y'all. I'm not surprised if I don't hear, oh, there's Red Cross there. If I don't hear that, I'm not sitting here going, oh my gosh, they weren't there. They've never been there for the Haitian people. Never. I keep wondering, like, what is up with Haiti and America? Like, honest to God, I keep wondering why. Why does this kind of stuff happen? And they just, it's just, like I said, water under the bridge. Haitians under a bridge. It's nothing to them. Haitians under a bridge, no big deal. Look at all these people. Thousands upon thousands of people. No shelter. They got little tents and stuff like that. God knows where they got those, whether they brought those themselves or they found them somewhere. But all these people trying to find refuge and salvation, and they're just going, send them back. No solution. Mexican migrants, oh, well, we're gonna give them all this, and we're gonna do all that, and we're gonna give them a room, and we're gonna have them, in here and all that stuff, so we can figure out what we're gonna do with them. But the Haitian people, send them back. This is the most ridiculous scene and the most ridiculous representation of treatment of human beings I've ever seen. In my personal opinion, this country could do better. And this shows time and time again. I'm just showing you guys the footage because the footage speaks for itself. America, step up. I said it. I don't give a damn. And these are people, good-hearted people that are just trying to find a better life. And once again, they're not getting anything. People are starving. And all they're doing is throwing them on a plane and sending them right back from whence they came from. It's a very disturbing and upsetting situation to have to see time and time again to the people that you love, to a country that you came from. There is so much that this administration can do more of. There's so much, and they're not even willing to do anything. They're not even blinking an eye. That by them saying, "Oh, today, more than 6 planes are going to be filled with hundreds of Haitians, sending them back to Haiti." More than 6 planes. That's how quickly they're trying to get them the F out of this country. And they already started sending them back yesterday. They have 6 chartered planes to make sure that they get as many people out as possible. Here it is. I pray for every single last one of them that are there, that were in hopes to find something better here. Because I get it. And if this was somebody who was, if this was Mexican, if this is someone who was from Afghanistan, if this was Middle Eastern, if this was Haitian, it doesn't matter. I would still react the same way. I would still think and feel the same way. There's got to be another solution. I get some of these things are not the right way to do things, but you got to understand where they're coming from and try to figure out something that makes sense for everyone. And I get it. Not all of it's going to be perfect, but you can't literally just turn around and say, get on a plane, everybody, get the hell out. That is ridiculous. I've said my piece. Because it's going to be the same thing. Like, we could talk about it all the time. We could talk about this all day long. But the Biden administration, if it was the Trump administration, if this was the Clinton administration, these types of actions would still go down. Period. Because for some odd reason, America does not give a damn about Haiti. They don't. They will strip that country of its natural resources and just let them fend for themselves. Good luck. Good luck to you. It's a damn shame, y'all. It's a damn shame. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I'm sorry I had to leave on such a sour note, but unfortunately, I got things to do, okay? But David, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it, as always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on this week, too. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to say this really quick. Thank you to everybody who came on. Thank you to all the super chats. I really do appreciate it. Seriously, we really do appreciate it, of course. Also, I want to give you guys a heads up. There will not be a morning show tomorrow. I'm in the middle of doing something very cool. I will be sitting down tomorrow morning. I will be sitting down with Larry Reed live. And I'm really looking forward to it. Hence the reason why this show is going to be a little short, because I got some work to do to prep conversation and all that. So if you don't know who Larry Reed Live is, you're about to know him very, very soon. He's got a great YouTube platform, a large YouTube platform. He's really, really great, and he does the damn thing. So you definitely have got to tune in when that interview does drop. But there will not be a show tomorrow at all. I will be going radio silent tomorrow. But be sure to look out for some updates on the community page. And, of course, be sure to follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm documenting and showing a lot of stuff as well over there, as far as my stories and as far as posts that I'm putting on my Instagram. So please go to Instagram, The Pascal Show, all right, at The Pascal Show, one word. Please go follow me over there. And, of course, you know, if you can and want to see some behind the scenes stuff of all the things that are coming around the bend, we got some really great content on our Patreon. That's patreon.com/The Pascal Show. Please join that Patreon. A lot of stuff is going to be popping off in the next week over there. Definitely going to be popping off like crazy. All right. So sitting down with Larry Reed, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And yeah, so I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be on Wednesday and then for the rest of the week. So it's time to get going, guys. I appreciate all y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Do something positive. Do something amazing. And to all the mods, I appreciate all you guys. Real talk. All right. Keep it classy. Keep it wonderful, y'all. I'll see you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.